Welcome back. Today we're going to be studying the first conjugation, present indicative active. A conjugation is sort of like a declension for verbs. There are different endings which portray the different meanings, but instead of having the nominative, the genitive, the dative, the accusative, and the ablative case, verbs have first person, second person, and third person. All three of these persons are in both the singular and in the plural. If you'd like a visual of this, you can look in I have four little notes pods on the left side. It's the bottom right notes pod called labeled the first conjugation. Oops, just moved it. So if you want a visual of what I'm talking about, you can look right here. The first person is used whenever you're talking about yourself, I or me, or a group that you're included in, which would be we or us. The second person is used when you're talking to someone about that someone. So you singular. So you need to go get some ice cream, or you need to go to the store. Um, in both of those sentences, you is you're talking about that person to that person. Or it's also used in commands, which is still the same thing. Also, it's used groups of yous would just be you plural or y'all. The third person is used whenever you're talking about someone else or about an object. So he, she, or it, or a group of people would be they. All right, so let's look at the vocabulary here. I have a little pertinent vocabulary pod, and let's focus specifically on the word I just underlined, or actually the many words. Amo, amare, amavi, amatus. One, transitive. The little one means that it belongs to the first conjugation, and the TR stands for transitive, which means that it takes a direct object. It means to love. So, verbs have a dictionary form just like nouns do, but it is much different. With nouns, the nominative singular and the genitive singular forms are given. With verbs, the four principal parts of the verb are given. An example of this would be amo, amare, amavi, amatus, which means to love. The first principal part is the first person singular present tense. The second principal part, amare, is the infinitive. The third principal part is the first person singular perfect tense. And the last one is the perfect passive participle. In this video, we're just going to focus on the first two, so you don't need to worry about the third principal part or the fourth principal part. You form your verb by finding the stem and adding the endings, just like with nouns. To find the stem for first conjugation verbs, you take the second principal part, amare, and remove the are. You are left with am. To that, you add whichever ending is needed. For example, if I want to say you love, first I take my word for love, amo, amare, find the second principal part, amare, remove the are, and then lastly, I add on as, which is the second person singular ending, which means you. Now, if we wanted to say you plural, it would have been amatis, but we wanted to say you singular, so it's amas. All right, let's jump into some practices. So, oops, sorry, trying to pull up the notes pod. It's giving me a little bit of complications. All right, so what I want you to do is, when I tell you to, I want you to pause the video and fill out the correct answers for all these words, the correct translations, or what you think it is. And when you come back, I will write in the answers. A lot of these, or all of these, are going to be from the new vocabulary section, so you're going to need to use these on the side. Everything that I'm about to underline. Okay, so these are both from Latin to English and English to Latin. So good luck, and you can pause your video right now. Okay, let's start writing in some answers. Amamus, let's see here, means we love. Dant means they give. Laudo means I praise. oratis means you, plural, speak. Oops. Or you, plural, pray, depending on how you translated it. All right, next for the English to Latin, we have we speak. That is translated as oramus. He loves is translated as amat. She loves is also translated as amat. It's kind of a trick question. And then you singular praise will be laudas. All right, so that's all that I have for you today. In the next video, we're going to be kind of taking everything that we have from the previous videos and putting them all into one and just practicing using them all together. All right, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.